Alright, Final Fantasy XIV. We're back, let's do it. Previously, we went through like 2 back-to-back cutscenes of just extreme lore. Like, each a half hour, and really heavy, really heavy. Median is apparently a threat now. And Hermes, I mean, I never liked that guy anyways, but we gotta go after him too, so let's just get back into it. My name, and not a moment too soon. The skies over Garlemald are ablaze, but its events are on the ground that concern me. As you will have heard, your fellow Scions arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greetings short after we received word from our troops on the Magna Glacies that the Forum's airship had landed. It was then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees come to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we will discuss them later. I trust you're ready to depart? Hell yeah. More cutscenes, alright. Endwalker's nuts. It's getting crazy, like they keep ramping things up every expansion. And we're going to be doing battle. Alright. Let's do this. I'm a little rusty on the summoner. It's been like, I'm coming back after a month or so break and I made ninja. Anyways, I'll shut up. Let's enjoy this.
No. 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 We were promised an escape. Not the same room we fled.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense. How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this pair.
You shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
I miss the Estinian Alphino bromance. Little Lord? Aw, they still love each other. Am I playing as Alphino? Are we back to playing as other Scions? Yeah. Alright. Okay, that's... What, am I healer now? Okay.
Help is at hand.
He's got his own special dosis. His own special Leveler Sage skill, my god. His own toxin. Levelers are not to be trifled with. The only one I care about is Estinian. The other guys, they're sitting on their asses. What's going on here?
Those who can stand, come with me.
Alright, I think I get it now. I really haven't played Sage. I'll get to that eventually.
You're safe now.
It seems a little overwhelming to me, which is, like, I said that to somebody and they thought it was funny because I love Scholar. I in my mind, Scholar is the easiest healer. People are like, no, that's one of the hardest healers. It's like, no, what are you talking about? Sage is hard. So, maybe I'll get a grip.
For the refugees, but for yourself.
Maybe I'll be able to get a handle on it, but we'll see. Probably gonna go back to Ninja. Alright, Asinian's got the jukes. Alright, the Alphino and Estinian bromance is alive and well. We just gotta keep Estinian alive. Oh no! This is not looking good. Alright, we just have to believe. Believe in the power of bromance. Okay, I think we're safe now. We're in the clear. Alright, the bromance has survived. It's alive and well.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
No. Don't. I don't want to die.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape!
Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then?
Hey, I was wondering about these people. It's been a minute.
In time enough to be of aid. For once.
God, this guy's voice is so familiar. Who
We
is
can
that?
speak of it more later. For now, we must fight
Is that Troy Baker?
to repay your salvation in kind. or
But seriously,
with
I recognize
better.
this voice. What? Who is that?
For Garlemald has her pride!
Of that I've no doubt.
God, this is bothering me. Who is Julius? My God, his voice is so familiar.
It's the Imperial Army. Oh,
Okay, I just looked it up. He's Papolimo. He's Papolimo. That's, my God, I can't believe I even remember that voice. That was gonna bother me so much.
To take all of them down at once.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Alright, now we get to play as his twin sister. I know some people hate the twins. I don't mind them so much. And I actually think the Alphino and the Estinian bromance is pretty endearing. I like it. They're not so bad. My least favorite would be Urianger. Out of the Scions, out of pretty much any character, I just don't like Urianger. Never have. I don't care for the Shakespearean LARPing shit. But yeah, that really bothered me. Julius's voice sounded so familiar in that cutscene, and so I had to look it up. It's Papolimo. Alright, so Alphino is a sage. I have no idea how to play that. And Alize, she's a red mage. I have no idea how to play that. So let's hope. I guess I could just, read the tooltips. Yeah, that works. This is pretty insane. They keep ramping things up every expansion. And, they keep doing it. I don't know how they manage to keep, that momentum going. We just sat through, 2 half-hour cutscenes, and we had another short cutscene, and now we're doing battle. It's intense. But it all brings us one step closer to the true MSQ. Which would be Hildebrand, my favorite. That's my favorite character, easily. I love Hildebrand. I'm upset we didn't see him last expansion. It just, Yoshi said, for Shadowbringers, they're worried that people might get Hildebrand fatigue. I have Hildebrand withdrawals. I have the complete opposite problem. So we'll slog through this, and then get back to the real MSQ. But no, I genuinely enjoy this storyline. This is the best, I would say easily the best Final Fantasy storyline in forever. And definitely the best MMO storyline ever. Hands down. I don't know how WoW's even still staying afloat. They're going to have to borrow pages from the Final Fantasy XIV playbook. They're going to have to mix it up and improve. There's no other option. Because if anybody's been playing WoW that comes over to here and they play this, they're not going to look back. I played WoW since open beta. I was in a serious hardcore raiding guild. No big deal. We were doing stuff like first guild on our server to clear Molten Core. All that hardcore stuff. And no MMO's been able to scratch that itch since. Until now.
not today.
And then, of course, there's always Toontown Online. That's where I cut my teeth as a gamer. And this guy is pretty beefy. But I see I have a couple people in here now, probably both bots. I seem to do very well with the bot demographic. But either way, thanks for watching. All are welcome here. Feels like a mechanic we haven't seen for a minute. Okay, so the first two skills both do the same amount of damage, just one is physical and one is magic. God, I still have to try Red Mage, Sage, Blue Mage. Gotta put more time on Samurai. But yeah, I've just kind of avoided Sage. It seems a little... There's a little too much to do there. Too much to learn. It's gonna overload my boomer brain.
None to worry about. The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
My god, they're going hard. So many mechanics. In this one little fight here.
As they say, turnabout's fair play.
You're right, let's do it.
On guard.
That's it? Alizé, come on. Okay, there we go, that's better. That's the Alizé I know.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back. Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out! Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future.
Graha's pretty cool, but come on, she said no personal sacrifice. I don't want to see anything happen to Graha. I think he'll be okay. This guy looks like a pussy. And he's dead, so.
Get it together, Alizé. You're embarrassing yourself.
Who cares about your dad? I do not give a shit about the daddy issues of Alizé and Alphinaud. Guy sucks.
You might never measure up to our champion.
You're your own lady now. You're not a little girl. Fuck what your daddy thinks.
But we ask too much of him as it is. You mustn't let Eorzea's hero fight alone.
My god, look at this bunny man. He's a fucking badass. You can make a joke, okay. I'm just gonna go with I'm back. Let's keep it cliche.
I can look after myself, you know.
That's what you said in the trailer. But you still needed your brother's help. There's no shame in needing help from time to time.
Everything's in order? I trust?
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
Hell yeah, and I'm back in my own skin now.
Oh, a trio for the ages.
I'm still a little rusty when it comes to Summoner. It's been a little while, and it does seem like they've actually added a couple skills. Like, within the primal abilities, there's at least 2 skills I don't recognize. I mean, that's cool, but I don't know if it's just something I forgot, or if it's just new shit.
Just the beginning.
Like, this one I remember, but the one for Garuda, I think it's called Slipstream, I have no memory of that. So I don't know if they made any small additions here to the Summoner Toolkit, but I do not remember this.
I had a feeling I'd find you.
Alright, now Estinian's here, and Alphino. The bromance continues.
Troublemakers. With me.
On your feet.
Yeah, this is intense. This almost feels like the end of, what was it, Stormblood? Kind of similar. A lot of little battles, and then that's the end of the game. I wonder how close we are to the end here. Are we close to walking the end yet? Everybody keeps talking about walking the end, walking to the end. I'm starting to sense a theme here.
I'm in your debt.
Where were we?
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look
God,
after.
I'm so over this daddy drama. I mean, I know a lot of people have problems with Alphino and Alizé.
Yes.
I never really have. I never really had an issue with them until now. I just don't care about the daddy drama. I just want to go see Hildebrand, goddammit.
Behind you! Just there!
More of them.
I thought we were going to get more Attack on Titan shit. In that Amarot flashback, we saw, like, some big guy just eat a guy. It was like the first episode of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
That guy was tiny, though. Could have been a cool crossover.
You'll be alright. Hurry to the airship.
Xenos is such a little
Why
bitch.
have you come?
I'm over him. I wish we got someone new. New anime villain.
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
That is and has ever been my sole concern. You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry. Your passion pales before mine, yet neither hate nor despair seem sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about. Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death.
It was really bothering me. Julius's voice sounded so familiar, so I looked it up. It's the same voice actor as Papalimo.
You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
You tell them, Papalimo. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now. Let's enjoy this.
For nothing in the end. So much wasted effort.
You bastard!
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
They weren't kidding. This is really long, and we keep going in and out of the daddy drama, which I do not give a shit about.
The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, 'tis only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
Julius was bothering me. I mean, his voice, it sounded so familiar, so I looked it up. It's the same voice actor as Papa Limo. God rest his soul.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
I know a lot of people have issues with Alize and Alphino. I've never really been bothered by them. Not until the whole daddy drama thing. I was hoping we'd see Estinian slap him around. To see Zeno standing there so uncaring and unrepentant, gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to mind, but looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about all that. It's good to see you again. It's good to see you too, Alize. I don't care about your daddy or any of that shit, but, you know. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna give this weapon to the Sage. Or no, Jesus Christ. Give it to the Scholar, just because our Scholar's getting a little low in item level, and I prefer to use a Scholar for, like, dungeons and instances and stuff for the faster entry time as a healer. I think I'm going for like 520. Yeah, so no way I'm still gonna be down a base, but my god. I haven't even done inventory management since I came back. It's been like a month and a half since I really started playing this game again. My god, it's so much junk. I'll get that sorted out later off stream.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the forum's envoy, Fortuno Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
I love how we still nod. After all this time, we just still nod.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
You mix it up a little bit, you know? We do give a thumbs up now and again, but maybe a little...
You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuno. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait. Did you hear something just now?
No, it's a rabbit from the moon. Looks like they've been compromised or something. Maybe she's a zombie. What the hell's going on?
Where is this stars-blasted pudding?
Oh yeah, pudding way. Long time no see, buddy. This is what I want to see. Silly rabbits talking about pudding. I don't care about the Alizé and Alpha No Daddy drama. I know people have problems with both of them, but I never did. Not until the Daddy drama stuff. I do not care. But now, here we go. Pudding time. God damn it. Why? That was so cool, and now... God damn it. See, Urianger is my least favorite character. I fucking hate Urianger with his Shakespeare LARPing. Let's go back to the pudding.
'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetheris. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom? Marvelous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more. Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal.
Alright, this is what I like to see. I love this pudding talk, but unfortunately I'm parched. I gotta go grab some water real quick before my lips start bleeding when I talk. Be right back.
We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loporrits made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Man, I missed those silly rabbits. I really did, but Urianger I could do without, so good to have you back. I like that. May the disciples banish this darkest of nights. Yeah, we'll go with a good to have you back. Even though I don't mean it, I could do without Urianger. He's my least favorite scion.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well.
God damn you, Urianger, you and your fucking Shakespearean LARPing. Can't take it.
Thine own wisdom.
Putting away still in a frenzy.
Start moving before Urianger catches his death. Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Somebody get her some pudding. What are you doing, goddammit? Look at her. She's fiending. She's going through withdrawals and nobody cares. Oh, alright, I guess we have to talk to Urianger now. I dare say Master Foshino was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of Hydaelyn's lunar custodians. As he will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures ere we are summoned to the Rostra. Alright, well, I mean, I guess it's good to be back in Old Sharlayan. I did miss the music. And it's been about a month and a half since I've actively played the game. So, it's weird just how I feel like a fish out of water. I've been playing too many other games. I upgraded my PC, got a brand new PC, and just been playing a lot of new stuff. Wanted to check out this ray tracing technology. So I've been playing a lot of Doom and Resident Evil Village. It's amazing, but I love this game. And God, I have a 6-month subscription. I buy my subscription for this game 6 months at a time, so... not that I feel like obligated, like I have to play it just because I have a subscription. I genuinely love the game. And I'm taking the long way because, yeah, I like Sharlayan. I mean, I missed it. We have 2 quests. Alright, we'll check that out later. I miss Cryo. Hopefully this is voice acted. Not that I'm complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetheris, I did inadvertently awaken in the Loporrits a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Kryl tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I've news to share regarding our study of the Ethereal Sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, and so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Heidelin's Elpis flower lead? Then this dynamis is what drives the final days. If it and Akasa are one and the same, this all but proves Nitana's theory. Were an entity, through sheer force of emotion, to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river, its power might surpass even that of ether. But if our star is so replete with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the great expanse. Median. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Aetheris. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Median. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Median, and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Median escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vanat, the woman who would become Heidelin. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume our Heidelin and the Vanat you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Heidelin possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Aetheris, not to stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Median? The Vanat I know would never give up. She's my favorite new character, easily. That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will, or provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting. For mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So, what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Median. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. Then communing with Heidelin must by necessity come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of Arnvald and other Echo-blessed allies, we couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Heidelin, even from within the Antitower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Heidelin. If so, it would most likely be some sort of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, built closer to home. Sorry to interrupt, we've just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Then Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Right, let's go see what they got to say then. Finally, some respect. And, even more, hopefully we'll be able to put these daddy issues to rest finally. Let's go check out this little side quest. This is like Disciple the Hand stuff, or no? Oh yeah. Jesus, it's been so long since I played. Why, hello there. Terribly sorry, but I'm rather busy at the moment. Can it wait until later? Perhaps you wouldn't be quite so busy if you weren't wasting time on what is clearly little more than rubbish. You do realize there are limits to our fundings and facilities, don't you? The faculty cannot afford to waste time on projects that show little to no merit. Honestly, I think you're overreacting, Professor. I have a very good feeling about this relic, you know. Feeling? Feeling? I was not aware we had decided to rely on feelings over common sense now. If I were you two, I'd spend my time on anything other than helping this crazed crone with her work. Seems like a nice dude. Sorry about that. You must be wondering what you've walked into. It seems Professor Namino's having a rather bad day. Wait a minute. You wouldn't happen to be an artisan, would you? He is indeed, Professor. What's more, he's kindly agreed to hear more about our work, which is why I brought, Come to think of it, I don't think I ever asked for your name. Well, my name, thank you for coming all this way to talk to an excitable old lady. I am Rurusha, a humble professor of archaeology. You've doubtless heard from Boric that we are attempting to restore a relic of sorts. I suppose it then falls upon me to explain our situation in a little more detail. But let us first make our way to the workshop. It will be much easier to explain things to you there. Maybe I should have accepted that on another profession, because my blacksmith is maxed out, so I should probably have gone for like goldsmith. The work that presently occupies my time is the restoration of this peculiar piscine-faced relic. It's designed called to mind the stories of Saint Diada, which is why I've taken to calling it the Golden Diada in her honor. It was brought to us by one of our gleaners. From what I understand, the excavation whence they found it was an independent venture, and considering its otherwise lackluster appearance, those of a smaller mind to Professor Nomino have been quick to write it off as rubbish. However, I believe it to be a type of mammoth. Looks like something from the fish people back at Asm Steppe. I do not wish to sound impudent, Professor, but do you truly think that thing could be a mammoth? To my eyes, it looks like an ornament designed to resemble a bird or a fish. Next, you'll be saying it can take us to the skies, like an airship. For all we know, it might well do that. And yes, I'm quite certain the Golden Diada is a mammoth. It doesn't look much like your standard old Dawn mammoth, I'll grant you that, but its innards are no less complex. We just need to get it fixed and it's bound to start moving. I know it. What's more, I've got a special feeling about this one. Something tells me it possesses special abilities. Ah, another one of your special feelings. Wonderful. In any case, this is where I need your help, my name. The relic might not seem in a bad state from its outer appearance, but its insides are a mess. There appears to be little that can be salvaged, so it will be your duty to create replica parts that match all the broken ones housed within. I would be forever grateful to you should you decide to help us. I'm just champing at the bit to find out what secrets lurk within this little old thing. Wonderful. I knew I could count on you the moment you arrived. You've made an old woman very happy, my name. Now, let's get down to business. I'd like you to begin by working on its exterior. Though I see no signs of erosion, something, possibly one of the dislodged parts, has done considerable damage to its insides. But it won't do to work on the interior and its complex parts without first ensuring the shell housing them is sound. That said, I've no doubt you'll need to prepare a few things before you get to work. Let me know when you feel ready to get started. Alright, hopefully I can switch over, because my blacksmith's already max level. Alright, we made their day. Okay, yeah, so I guess we have multiple deliveries we can work on. You may now undertake deliveries for the Faculty of Archaeology at the Studium. Speak to Rarusha to learn more. Let's see. I'll switch over to a different profession. I think we can go with armor or goldsmith also. Armor it is. A little underleveled there. Ah, hello again, my name. Are you ready to begin? Wonderful to hear. I'd like you to start by crafting gold plating. You didn't need to worry about fitting it to the relic, though. I will handle that. Pray, let me know when you've made the plating. Okay, so all three classes can do it. We'll go ahead and do it in the armor, since that one is pretty low. Set of gold plating. Alright, I still got a little materials. Alright, we're in business. We need to make more, though, obviously. I think I need to make 6? Yeah, 6 as always. Alright, it's been a while since I crafted. Let's see if I still got it. Oh yeah, like riding a bike. Okay, too easy. Now we just need more of the materials, so I need 5 more of these bad boys. Alright, I guess I'll have to buy the mats. No big deal. Yep, we're gonna need quite a bit of materials here. I'll go ahead and craft it myself. God knows I have so much recipe XP built up. Let's see, I guess I only need 4. Wait, hold on. What am I doing here? Let's see. What in the world? I always have scrolls that I can use to make this go faster. Alright, well, we'll just go ahead and do it this way. 10% is better than nothing. I will just buy the mithril nugget. And we need 5 of these bad boys. That worked out nicely. And now we're in business. Let's go and finish this up. I actually kind of miss crafting. You know, it gets a little tedious sometimes, but, you know, that's how you make the money. And I'm actually, like, 10 million gil short, because before I stopped playing, I was trying to manipulate a couple markets. And I'm sure they've recovered by now, so... I lost, like, 10 million gil, no big deal. What am I going to do, spend it on housing? I'm never going to win that lottery. I've never known what it is not to be homeless in Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, wait. Yeah, we definitely need more of these deep gold nuggets. Well, this is pretty easy, just tedious. And I got 3 of these, I need 3 more. So I need 6 of these bad boys. God damn it. Okay, well, fine then. We'll just go back and buy some more. We need 6 of these. So, we'll just buy the nuggets. 5 of them. And we'll go ahead and we'll just take care of this now, just in case I goofed and I don't want to make another trip back. Come on. Alright, so we got 3 of these. We need to make 3 more. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, too easy. Too easy. We got this. Oh, yeah, we didn't have our little booster going on. Alright, 1 more. Alright, all set. Let's go back and, yeah, I'm probably not going to get a level out of this, but still. It's nice to get the armor up a little bit. It's not all about the XP, you know, it's for the love of the art form itself. They call us artisans. I call myself an artiste. Let's show our latest masterwork. Yeah, that's pretty good. Holy shit, we're getting like 4 million XP. We are going to get a level out of this. And 900 white crafter scripts. Okay, good. It's not going to max us out. Wow, that's pretty good. Great work. I can see you're a fine craftsman indeed. Thank the gods for sending you our way. In making your first successful delivery, you have begun to earn Marusha's trust. Deliver the items Marusha needs and deliver them often to improve your standing with the Faculty of Archaeology. Truly, splendid work. Our little friend is looking much better already. Oh, it feels like watching my own child growing up. That you are here to help means more than you know. I am glad to see you in such high spirits, Professor. Truly I am. But is it really wise for us to use the entirety of our remaining budget on this project? Oh, Boric, lighten up. Have I ever steered you in the past? Well, I suppose not. Even so, you must forgive me if I feel uneasy seeing our coffers so thoroughly emptied. Better that money is used than left to gather dust, I say. While I do agree that being miserly serves little purpose, the opposite extreme may not be the best approach. Well, there's no need for you to fret, my name. I have set aside more than enough scripts to see you duly compensated for your efforts. Nod. Okay, just stare goofily. That's fine too. But enough talk of boring old financial matters. I believe it is time for us to start work on our little friend's insides. However, know that this will be an altogether more difficult process than reinforcing its exterior. Let me know when you feel up to the task. Alright. Getting some good EXP, some supplies. And we're also putting a dent in the rest of the XP I have. And, We'll go ahead and pick up the next quest. Why not? We're gonna not do it right now, but yeah, we'll go back to the Endwalker MSQ. Oh, thank the gods you're here. I was so worried you might not return that I couldn't focus on my work. Honestly, Bork, show a little faith. My name doesn't strike me as someone who'd go back on his word. My apologies. I didn't mean anything by it. It's just that we've been turned down by so many others. As you probably worked out by now, Boric has a penchant to worry far more than he has any right to. Please don't take anything he says too seriously. But that's enough of that for now. It's time we got back to discussing our little friend's woes. This time, I would ask you to craft minuscule cogs made of gold. Well, examining the insides of the relic, I discovered that it was missing some, which seems to have caused all the damage we've observed. Whatever you make will need to be as tough as coral. Are you up to the task? Leave it to me. Oh, it's great to know I can always count on you, my name. Best of luck. What are we making now? I just want to check it out. I have every confidence your work will be immaculate. Indeed, I very much look forward to seeing what you can do. Gold cog. Alright, more materials we'll either have to mine or buy. We'll leave that for later. Put that on the back burner. We're going to go back for, let's see, we're going to do the main story quest. The forum is in session, and as such, the rostra is closed to visitors. Don't you know who I am? Yeah, that's right, a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Alright, get to wait out in the lurch. Give me a minute, I gotta go pee-pee. Alright, I am back. Where were we? Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, this sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. Pussies. Alright. Guess we have no choice.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter.
Yeah, I see we have a couple people in here now. Probably both bots, but either way, welcome. I'm going to be shutting up for now when we've got the voice-acted scenes going on, but hope you're having a good day. Enjoy.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzat-Han was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on two conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms? "71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it. Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Wow, okay, that was surprisingly tolerable. I mean, it was nice, just more stuff moving the plot along and everything, but as far as, like, Alphino and Alize and their daddy drama goes, I haven't cared for it, but that was actually very good. Very tolerable. Sorry about not like the rest of you in my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part, but since we require both a means of communing with Heidelin and reaching Median, in the spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the ether burner. I like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an ether burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. As instructed, I shall take you to see the ether burner. Meet me outside the Archeon. I trust you can make your own way there. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Alright then, back to Labyrinthos. Let's go ahead and get this sightseeing orb. Oh my god. Oh my god, I forgot the command to, like, use these things. Good thing the Novice Network is around. Alright. Novice Network saves me again. It's been like 2 months since I played. I forgot everything. Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. He's right through here. I'm just firing in all cylinders today. Alright, let's do this. I'm just fooling around in Novice Network. It's been a while since I played. So I'm learning a little bit again. I mean, it's been like 6 weeks at most. It's just amazing how much you lose. God damn it. I still can't fly here. Oh my god, yeah, there's still a lot to do here. Alright, well, let's see if there's any ether currents around us. $400 yalms to the south. Can I jump over this? Yes, I can. I'll do it on my ninja, just to be safe. Alright, here we go. Oh, no, Jesus Christ, come on. Come on. Let me take the shortcut. Alright, then. Do it this way. Oh, I missed the music here. I felt like the first time around, we barely got to spend any time here. I was just grooving to the music, and then before I knew it, we were gone. And now we're down. Oh, Jesus. This music's boring compared to before. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archean's lift. Step inside and have Opheline take you to the medial circuit. We'll do that right after we get this ether current, which is probably underground anyways, but, you know, I'd rather just get it taken care of right now. Oh, come on. Probably, yeah, it's got to be on the lower level. Oh, but I can't drop down there. Foiled again. They're not a fan of shortcuts. Which is probably why I avoided that in the first place. So we'll go back here. I mean, it seems like we're going to be going down to a lower level anyways. And, you know, this time around, they don't seem to be making you go too far out of your way to get these things. Most of them you can just find going around getting the Aether Currents, and otherwise, they won't be too far out of the way if you're just doing the regular quests. Hey, they're riding Lassie. I wonder if it's like an actual mount or if it's just part of the story. You wish to use the lift, yes? Alright, I'm actually going to take a break. I've been playing for a while, almost 2 hours, which is a lot for me. Nobody's watching, so, you know, I'm not going to upset anybody if I go ahead and go and hang out and eat. So, either way, I'll be back later. If there were any actual people in here, I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. You could have definitely done something better with your time, but again, I really